Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, this is Lithium017 from my channel, Nintendo Collecting 101, bringing you collecting tip number 35. This one's simply called upgrading. When you're collecting, you're going to probably be tempted by items that are rare or items that you definitely want, games, controllers, or consoles, that aren't quite in the best condition, but they're a good deal. So normally what I suggest doing is picking them up. Especially if you don't have it yet, obviously. You're trying to stay away from doubles. But when you buy an item and it's not in perfect condition, I usually get it at a good deal knowing that I'm going to eventually upgrade. So this might seem a little sneaky, but what I definitely suggest doing is buying something at a low price to have in your collection and then eventually upgrade it. So you might not notice very much difference between this box and this box, but I can definitely notice that this one is it's more faded. This one's much more clear. The top of the box, this one, just has some damage to it. And as a collector, that damage really eventually gets on my nerves, and I want to eliminate having items in my collection that aren't close to mint shape. A lot of my items aren't perfect, but eventually I'd like to upgrade them. So this one had some damage on it. And I bought a better one, a better version that's the exact same. Normally what I try and do is, I'll buy this one at a price that I can actually know I'll sell that one. So if I find a really good deal on an upgrade version, then I'll buy it knowing that I can sell the one that I already have that's slightly worse condition or worse condition for the same price. So in the end, I'm usually net even. So this is what I do with controllers. I don't do this very often with games, and I try to never do it with consoles. So here is my box for the Nintendo 64 that is ice blue. And you can see on the top of the box, there's some damage. There's some peeling off right here, and there's a sticker that was left over here. I think one of the sides of this box is faded, but I'm not positive. And the back has tape across it. So I obviously want to upgrade this box, and the reason why I'm trying to say don't get into upgrading boxes for consoles because shipping is so expensive. So when you're going to buy a console, try and buy the one that you want first. Don't waste money on shipping. Try not to upgrade consoles. But there's another case where you can easily do this, and that's with upgrading games. This is a copy of Evo. It's the Search for Eden on the Super Nintendo, an incredibly rare box that is very sun-faded. I've discussed this once before in my videos, and the top has a sticker. I'm waiting to find a box for this that I can find at a reasonable price, and then I'm going to get it, and I'm going to sell this one and try and upgrade just the box. You can also upgrade the boxes on GameCube games, and you can do this now when you're buying them, especially if you're in-store in person. This one has a sticker on the top that has some residue left over. If you've never played Resident Evil 4, it's a mature game, and once you're 18, or whatever age you need to be in your region, definitely play it. One of the best ever. So what I will do is I will simply open this up in the store and I'll ask them, can I please swap out this game box for a game box that looks much better? So you open it up and you can take out the top. So you can take that out, you can take out the game. But make sure for games like this one obviously has 2 discs, so you need to watch for that. You need to find another case that's 2 discs. But any game that is just has 1 single disc, and I have an extra bonus disc in here. So any game that's a single disc, you can take that out and switch the cases. And I simply ask the staff when I'm at EB Games, or GameStop, anywhere that has used games, I just ask them. Even if I'm at someone's door, and I really want to buy one of their games off Kijiji or something like that, I just ask, can I swap the case? You know, the case is in really bad shape. And they always say yes. You can do the same thing with Wii games right now. So if I were to buy this game, and it has a stupid sticker on it, even in the store I can just ask them, you know, can I just swap out the case? And they'll usually let me do that. This is Mario Super Sluggers, and I remember buying this one in store in EB Games. It was used, and the box that was really nice and the disc that was in great shape actually was missing the manual and the insert. So the insert for games made by Nintendo on the Wii usually have this sort of an insert they have the instructions, and it says, if you like Mario Super Sluggers, check out these other great games. So I just asked the clerk, do you mind if I open another Mario Super Sluggers? And I just take out that little insert and put it in this one, and he said, I don't mind at all. If it will sell the game, that's great. So don't be afraid to open your mouth and ask. This Tomb Raider Anniversary that I bought did not have the instructions. So when I got home, I was pretty angry to find that out, when I could have just opened my mouth and asked, can I just take the instructions out of another one? So definitely get one that has instructions, just ask a few questions, and you sometimes are allowed to take a game that's old and not maybe crappy, because Madden's probably a great game. It is a great game, I have it, I played it, but it's an old game that's very, very cheap. So if you open this one up and you take out the little insert and you take out the disc and instructions and you swap them, usually store staff doesn't really care. You can't do this online, so this is definitely a tip for in person. So a few things to take away from this. One, upgrade your accessories, especially when you know you can sell your old one for what your new one was, and try to stay away from doubles eventually. But I will suggest upgrading. Two, do not buy consoles that you need to eventually upgrade the box condition of. Buy them outright in the good condition. And three, you can easily upgrade the condition of any of your games that are current generation, which include the Nintendo Wii, the Xbox 360, the PS3. You can do the same thing with handheld games too. And you can do the same thing obviously with GameCube games, even Sega Genesis, anything that has the case that you can probably upgrade it. Cardboard boxes is a little bit harder to do. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for watching, and feel free to subscribe.